What is going on, crypto peeps? Welcome back to the Traveling Crypto. Happy Monday to you. Let us get right into it. Market cap is 198 bill. We seem to keep doing this, go over 200, come back under 200, but we're teetering around that area. The high 190s, low 200s. BTC dominance continues to be at around 55-56%. Bitcoin's price right now, it is at 63.42. I will say that it is stabilizing pretty well at around this range for the last week or so, going between 6,300 and 6,500. However, recent volume has been pretty shit. If you look at the volume for Saturday, we were at 3.2 bill. This is the lowest that we've been in 2 months. So you can look at it one of two ways. Low volume is going to kill you eventually if it sustains in that manner. But the fact that we didn't see a huge price drop even after this period of bad volume is somewhat positive. But if you take a look at BTC's price on the one-day chart, if I just activate the shorts, you'll see that shorts are back to around the all-time high. We haven't yet really seen a significant play on either side of these shorts. And what I mean by that is you haven't seen a ton of shorts close profitably, either by the significant decline of BTC's price, and you haven't seen a short squeeze occur when Bitcoin's price, because Bitcoin's price hasn't really rallied in any major way. Now, obviously, you'll see the ascending triangle forming here in the short term. And if you take a look at the let me just erase this. But if you take a look at the 5-day EMA and the 10-day EMA, you'll see that we have this cross here, this golden cross, but it doesn't mean it will incite a potential rally, because we could just fall back down, especially with these periods of low volume. So take it with a grain of salt. Just because you see a bullish pattern does not mean that, we are poised for a bullish move all the time. You see bearish patterns break down to the upside. You see bullish patterns break down to the downside all the time. And I always tell people when they're learning technical analysis, one of the most overlooked but yet most important things you can look at is volume. Not triangles, not fractals, not Elliott waves. I mean, those things are good and well, but they don't trump volume and historical volume in my book. Looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, you'll see that we had a pennant here and we broke to the upside. This was around September 12th and we broke to the upside and we were trading in a sideways pattern. However, we have now broken the support of this sideways channel and are now testing the 6,300 range. And if you look at the 50-day or the 50 period EMA and the 100 period EMA on the 4-hour chart, you'll see this red and this green. It looked like we were on our way to a golden cross between the 50 and the 100. However, that has failed as well. So we will have to wait for that. The RSI is dipping back down to oversold levels. See the stochastic and the MACD trending downward, as well as the VFI. And again, this is all a symptom of volume. If you look at some of the alts that we were tracking, if you want access to the trade alerts, by the way, and the weekly report, link is in the description. Sign up to get the trade alerts. But if you look at ICX, for instance, and this is why we wait for confirmation. So a lot of people get excited and they want to jump in trades, especially after seeing a bullish pattern like an ascending triangle. However, we do wait for confirmation of a breakout, because you can break out to the downside in periods of low volume. So we did break the support of this ascending triangle heavily, and we are now back below the 0.236 fib level on ICX. So we did not enter a trade on ICX yet because we were waiting to see what happened here. Same if you look at Waves. Waves was forming a symmetrical triangle, and you see that we just broke the support of that triangle, meaning that we will wait for a retrace before entering. If you look at Nano, same thing. Nano was even forming a bull flag, which now has been broken, and it is on its way. It actually did test the 0.5 fib level and bounced right back up. So it's really important to wait for confirmation and not jump into things just because you see a crossover or a bullish pattern or the RSI is in a favorable place. Yeah, market confirmation and confluence will save your ass. Trust me. If we go back to CoinMarketCap, you'll see that there aren't really, in the last 24 hours, any significant changes in the value of alts. There is one that stands out, and it's Tezos. And I was saying, I don't know how Tezos is in the top 20 of cryptos, especially if You look at the markets that it's traded on, it isn't on any one of the major exchanges. I know HitBTC does some volume as well as Gate.io, but it's not like, we're on Binance or Bittrex or KuCoin or one of those more well-known exchanges. Plus, the volume is not really indicative of a top 20 or even close to a top 15 crypto. But yet it does stay, it is climbing in the charts. And if you remember, Tezos was kind of marred by controversy earlier in the year with tons of lawsuits and disputes against its ICO. So, that is one that continues to puzzle me. They did, however, release their mainnet or announce the launch of their long-awaited mainnet. So that could be one of the reasons for the positive price action. But yeah, I mean, still the volume and the fact that it's not on one of the larger exchanges does baffle me a bit. And the last story that I wanted to get into for today, and this is actually, I should have probably started with this. This is really important. So Robinhood, if you don't know what Robinhood is an app, a mobile app that allows you to make trades on select stocks. And now they have added cryptocurrency to their portfolio. So you can actually make cryptocurrency and stock trades for free without fees. And if you haven't guessed already by their name, Robinhood, it is a reference to the character who was stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Obviously, that is not a coincidence with their name. And you'll see on their site, they have feel-good language. For instance, we believe that the financial system should work for the rest of us, not just the wealthy. Or we've cut the fat that makes other brokerages costly, like manual account management and hundreds of storefront locations, so we can offer zero commission trading. Now, I have used Robinhood on stocks before, and I've always wondered, how is it free? There has to be a catch. And with technology, the obvious answer is it's free because they are selling your information. But at that time, there wasn't really any news stories that came out that was talking about Robinhood selling your information. However, a recent filing to the SEC shows that Robinhood Financial is making millions of dollars from selling users' data to high-frequency trading firms. And high-frequency trading firms are responsible for creating things that we call bots, right? And basically, it tracks trading data to improve their algorithm so that it works more effectively. Obviously, the more trading data you have, the better your algorithm will be, right? So Robinhood is actually selling data to the high-frequency trading firms, but yet it's presenting it to the user of Robinhood as if, they're some sort of benevolent organization that's offering you zero commission trading because it wants everybody to benefit from the stock market and now cryptocurrency. So this doesn't surprise me. This has been the business model of free software, whether we're talking about social media like Facebook and Instagram, and now trading software like Robinhood. That is it for today. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. If you want access to the trade alerts, link is in the description. Leave a thumbs up, comment if you have a question or a comment. Join the Discord if you want to get a hold of me. Stay safe out there. Peace.